Here in a couple of hours, it's going to be October, which means that National Coming Out Day is right around the corner, October 11th. As all of you know, it's supposed to be the day when we celebrate coming out of the closet and letting everybody know that we're here, whether we're gay, lesbian, bi, transgendered, or maybe a couple of the above. But it's not always the easiest thing to do. I mean, it's actually one of the hardest things a lot of us will ever do. And, I mean, I know the first person I ever came out to. Very close friend, and even after all the times I had tried to tell her, I couldn't. And so finally, I wrote it all up, typed it all up, 3-page letter, and one night I let her read it. I remember sitting there on the couch, wanting to curl up, trying to be as small as I possibly could, almost wanting to disappear, while she sat there and read my coming out letter. I can't imagine what would have happened if she would have had a very severe negative reaction, the reaction I expected. I don't know what that would have done to me. But she didn't. She's still one of my very best friends. She's been nothing but supportive and encouraging. And I want to thank her. And I want to thank, the rest of my close family and friends. I've pretty much told everyone that is close to me, and friends and family alike. I've really gotten nothing but support, and at least at the very least attempts to understand. And I think most of them are getting to the point where they do now. It's almost perfect. Not quite though. As most of you may, well, anyone who's watched my first blog knows, 5 years ago was, when I ended up finally realizing that I made a mistake re-enlisting, and that I needed to make some changes, except for what I've only told a few people is that 5 years ago, my father was also dying of leukemia. And that is one of the key key events that that ended up breaking me, but breaking my denial. I remember he had been out to sea at the time, and after one of his chemotherapy sessions, he contracted pneumonia, and they realized that things were really bad, and so my mom contacted the Red Cross, and my boat had just happened to be pulled in to port for a real quick port call at that time, and they pulled me off the boat and flew me back home. And when I got there, he was still alive, but he was on such heavy medication for the pain that he was completely out of it. He was not awake at all. And, you know, of course, all the family was showing up, everyone. And I remember at one point, my mom specifically left me alone in the hospital room with my father to talk to him a little bit, you know, in private. And I still couldn't do it. I still couldn't come out. I wanted to tell him, but that the reaction, the physical reaction was still, that knot in my throat was just still too, I couldn't get past it. I was still too afraid. And so I never came out to my father. And in a real sense, when he died a few days later, I lost him. I lost my chance to ever really know him as me on any level. And I think that's something for when you're thinking of coming out, something for a lot of people to remember is, you know, our lives are on a timer and we don't know how much time we've got. And you never know when it's going to be your last chance to tell someone, your last chance for them to truly know who you are.